Welcome to JB Sports. It's a Wednesday, so you know it's all about wrestling. So today, we're going to be talking about some Money in the Bank results, how I did, the Heatwave results, Raw and NXT. We got some big things to talk about. First, you're going to go into the men's Money in the Bank. So real quick, I'll say I was 2 for 5 at Money in the Bank. I was right on Sami Zayn winning, and then I was right on the Bloodline winning. That's right, because I said Chelsea win. Okay, so Drew McIntyre winning. I didn't really like that as much. I get what they're saying, or get what they're doing with continuing to drive that CM Punk storyline, but I think he could have been used to better use. Another thing with it is, though, I don't think you have a place for the Money in the Bank right now, just because Gunther, he's coming off the best Intercontinental title reign of all time, so he's getting a lengthy reign. And then Cody, he just beat Roman Reigns, one of the longest title holders of all time, over 3 years. Like, you're not going to give them small reigns, so I kind of get why they're using that, but also it's kind of annoying that they just disposed it. So, hopefully, it comes out really well from that, because it did anger Seth Rollins, so now you got that Seth Rollins, CM Punk storyline, and then the Drew McIntyre CM Punk. So, add another storyline, but, like, I don't think it was that needed. Sami Zayn defeats Braun Breaker. I was okay with it. I mean, a lot of people wanted Braun to win. I think it's too soon. Braun got a new theme, which is actually pretty good, so thank you for listening, WWE. They didn't listen to me, they listened to everybody, but it's a joke. But I feel like there you don't want Braun. I mean, it's okay for Braun to lose to Sami because, you know, Sami just beat the best Intercontinental Champion of all time, so he has some grounds to lose to Sami cleanly. I would have rather have him lose by a disqualification or a run-in or something like that, but Sami Zayn is a credible challenger. He had a good promo after. I think he might turn heel soon just because everything that's going on, so we'll see where that goes. But I think Braun should have lost by like a disqualification or something, but it's okay. Sami Zayn is a okay person to get to lose clean to, because Sami Zayn just beat the best Intercontinental run of all time. Next, Damian Priest defeats Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Already talked about this. Okay, so this pay-per-view, Money in the Bank, was riddled with amazing matches, weird to bad finishes. I think personally, I still think Seth should have won, but Damian Priest retained. In my opinion, Damian Priest's title reign is not credible. Every win he's had has been a run-in or someone interfering compared to other people like, I forgot who it was against first, Bloodline interfered. CM Punk has interfered in the last 2 title defenses, so he doesn't really have title reigns under his belt where it's just him winning. So, he was about to lose to Seth. The ref counted 3, literally he counted 3, and then it's a whole different story. CM Punk interfered, Drew McIntyre cashed in, lost his cash in. I think he's one of 6 people to not cash in successfully, so, which is not a place that's not a place in history you want to be a part of. So, next, Tiffany Stratton wins Women's Money in the Bank. I'm going to go actually back to the Men's Money in the Bank after I talk about the next 2 matches. Tiffany Stratton, her or Chelsea Green were the right pick to me, I think. Those 2, I think, needed it the most. I mean, I don't think Tiffany needed it, because she's such a big star already. But if you want to get Chelsea a title, I think Chelsea needed to win that. So, I'm happy Tiffany won. That's one of the 2 I wanted to win, so I'm okay with her winning. Chelsea, she was so close. She was up the ladder. She had her hand on it. She was about to do it, and then the 2 tables stood up at the end. Tiffany just toppled it. Chelsea took the bump pretty well, actually, so that was good. But that match was like concussion. The women's Money in the Bank match, you could say by the concussion protocol. The amount of times people hit their head, Zoe Stark on the Buster onto the ladder, and then everything was just out the window. You had Naomi get like slammed onto the ladder. You had the power bombs and stuff. I could count like at least 10 possible concussions just then. So, next match, Bloodline versus Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens. I don't understand why people are too mad about this, because yes, you want the babyface to win. Cody, you want him to win, but the Bloodline needed this win. For them to be credible at all, they needed this win. And for Solo to be a credible world champion and to be credible against Roman Reigns, he needed to get the pin. And yes, it was at Cody's expense, but people are acting like Cody didn't get double teamed, had some finishers on him. Like, he got really beat up before he took the pinfall. So it's not like he did one move clean by Solo. So I think people are overreacting on that a little bit. But the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was amazing. You had Andrade. Andrade stole the Money in the Bank, men's Money in the Bank ladder show, in my opinion. He did like the best. You had Chad Gable suplex a ladder onto Andrade's back. Like, Andrade, the Spanish, what would it be, a Spanish fly off the ropes? I think that's what it would be. Onto the ladder. You had Mello. I think, took both the most damage, and Andrade. They did the ladder spot where he did the powerbomb, like sunset flip powerbomb. It was crazy. Amazing match. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, there's more to talk about. I just don't remember it all, but that was definitely the best women's ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder match of all time. So that was a really good show. Some of the endings, like, you could have, like, it had some weird finishes to it, but the matches were very good. Heatwave, I'm just going to talk about the ones that mean the most. NXT North American Champion, Oba Femi versus Wesley. Good match. Really good match. Wesley got tossed like a child. Oba just tossed him up, spun him, he fell. Oba Femi's really good. Wesley's very good. It was a great match. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty good. There was one match I liked more. NXT Women's North American Champion Kalani Jordan defeats Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka should have won. I don't like Kalani Jordan as much as I like Sol Ruka. I don't know. She just doesn't have the charisma to me. And I think Sol Ruka is just better as a wrestler. NXT Tag Team Champions Axiom and Nathan Frazier defeat Chase U. Really good match, actually. Some crazy spots, some good spots. I liked how they added the storyline going up where Nathan Frazier wasn't there on time, added some tension. So I think Nathan Frazier and Axiom will probably lose the title soon and then have a little feud against each other, which will be good for both of them. NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez defeats Lola Vice. That was freaking crazy, the end of it. Freaking Roxanne Perez did 5 pop rocks onto Vice to finish her off. Like, you think 2 would, but no, she just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. They botched one, but they fixed it up. That was disgusting. 5 pop rocks in a row to finish off Lola Vice. And then she hit one on the table, on the announce table. So, good match. And then I think the best match tonight, Ethan Page defeats Trick Williams, Shawn Spears, and Javon Evans to win the NXT Championship. I absolutely love Ethan Page. I think he's amazing in ring. I think his mic work is really good. Trick Williams, he would have been okay to win it too. I think those are the 2 I'd want to win the most. Javon Evans, amazing in ring, pretty good on mic. He's got a really good future in NXT and just WWE. He can be kind of the next really big high flyer. Shawn Spears, he's that veteran right now, I guess. He'd just be that veteran. So, he's not bad. He's good at in-ring on mic. But I think Ethan Page was the right pick to win that. So, next. Ethan Page also, at the end of the show, say his name, he appears. Joe Henry's little jump scare happened at the end of the show before it went off air. Raw. A lot of stuff to talk about. So, starting off, You had CM Punk promo. Pretty good. Seth Rollins came out there. CM Punk went on the headsets. It was a good segment. CM Punk argued with Seth for a little while, saying like it's personal between Drew and him, so that's why CM Punk had to interfere in Seth Rollins' match. It was nothing personal with Seth. He apologized. It went out the window. They're both mad at each other. That is going to be an amazing storyline. It's going to feed family. Jey Uso, Chad Gable, Wyatt 6. It was a good match leading up to it. Wyatt 6 interfered. Chad Gable, PTSD from getting shot in the head. He looks around, can't find him, then Jey Uso just spears him. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso does the one arm thing, just runs out. So that was a good match. I love what they're doing with the Wyatt 6. I feel bad for Chad, but it's what's got to happen. Pete Dunne, Bronson Reed. Not a bad match. It was alright. I didn't care for it too much. I mean, it's starting a rivalry between Reed and Sheamus, which I love Sheamus, so hopefully it can still be really good. But all I know is getting hit by that tsunami could not be fun. Also, Tyler Bate, I hope you get injury-free soon. Damian Priest. Damian Priest gets a call. I think we knew who it was. We knew it was going to be that person. Sami Zayn talks. Braun absolutely just kills Sami Zayn with a spear. Yeah, Braun Breaker is an animal. You get him the new theme. You get him some more matches. You get him some more moments. He's ready for at least the IC title really soon. Braun Strowman in the Awesome Truth versus the Judgment Day. You gotta run with the Judgment Day now just because they're tag team champs. Truth and Miz, I love them. I wish they cut the titles sooner, but it might be time for them. Miz, I think, needs a more serious role than the comedy. He's good at the comedy role, but that's more R-Truth's thing. Wyatt 6, always having their creepy promos and stuff. I mean, it's amazing work. I love what they're doing. And then Bo Dallas showing up later. Ilya Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. They always put on good matches. I wish Dragunov would win by more than just disqualifications. I get what they're doing. They need to make Braun Breaker just unstoppable before he goes against Sami Zayn again and wins. But I don't like how they're doing it at the expense of Dragunov. Valkyria, Caden Carter, Katana Chance versus Damage Control. Valkyria, I think, needs a moment, but it was not tonight. Damage Control won. Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville came out. They went out after, I think, the women's trio matches were... Damage Control did good, both of them did okay. And the match was okay. I think after Sonya Deville getting with those two is a good thing, because Sonya Deville is very good. It's good to have her in a storyline, but it's not clicking with me now. It's not interesting me too much. Then one of the bigger moments of the night... Dom is crazy, the stuff he was doing before. Carlito, what he said, I won't repeat it, but it was hilarious. You can look it up when Dom was getting he was stretching out with Liv before the match, which was... It could go a lot of ways, but they were just stretching his legs. Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. The match was cool. It was alright. Dominic and Liv Morgan won. But, the biggest thing is Rhea Ripley is back. Everybody loves Rhea Ripley. She came back. Dom was about to give in. He was almost at a kissing her. He was about to give in, and then is here. Rhea Ripley's music popped. The pop is amazing. She comes out. Liv runs away. And Dom's in the doghouse. Dom's 100% in the doghouse, like a bad one too. She kept pushing Dom away. Dom's dead. They're going to have a casket match between Rhea and Liv Morgan. And Dominic's going to be in the casket already. They're going to have a custody match for Dominic Mysterio. Dom's going to interfere and screw Liv Morgan out because he doesn't want to get beat up by... He does not want to get beat up by Rhea Ripley. So, Honestly, I really liked the show. Gunther had a pre-taped promo that was pretty good. I think it was a good show. So then NXT, after Heat Wave, all ego era of NXT has begun. Ethan Page said, "Good promo. I liked it. You know, everybody came out. They were gonna have a tag team match at the end of it. I like Ethan Page. I think the promo was good. Later, Javon Evans gets attacked, so he's gone, and then you see Joe Henry's jump scare show up on monitors and stuff. So you're like, all right, so what's gonna happen here? Like, is Joe Henry gonna be the tag team partner because Javon Evans is now, a lot of stuff happened. The trio, Wesley's, the Rascals reunite in NXT. Some stuff happened. Some of them got kicked out of the company, but now they're back because, NXT and TNA are doing their thing. But biggest part of the show, Trick Willie comes out. They're like, oh, who's the partner? Say his name, he appears. I believe in Joe Henry. It was a good match, honestly. I'm happy Joe Henry's getting some spotlight. I love Joe Henry. I love his theme. I like what he does. Trick Williams and him did good. Ethan Page, Sean Pierce eats the pinfall. We Believe was going crazy. The pop room's crazy. So Joe Henry, if he stays in NXT or perhaps goes to NXT for a while, he's going to be a big star and hopefully go up to main roster quick. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the things on Raw with Damian Priest. It doesn't matter if Damian Priest lost or won. Whoever goes to SummerSlam should 100% lose the title to Gunther. Because Gunther, coming off lengthy tunnel reign, deserves the run. His promos have been amazing. Everything has been pretty good. Like, Gunther is such a good wrestler, so good on the mic. Undertaker said he was his guy, so like, if Undertaker's giving you the ups, then you know that you're a good guy in wrestling and you're gonna be big. Rhea coming back, like I said, we love Rhea. I can't wait to see where the storyline goes. Liv goes, oh, my revenge tour is complete. I took everything from you. I took Dom. I took the title. I took part of your career. Like, it's going to be pretty good. We're going to start cooking there. And I think the Judgment Day pretty soon are going to start to break apart. I think Damian Priest and Finn Balor are probably going to start having some struggles again soon because they always do it. They're like an ex-couple getting back together and going apart and getting back together. Dom and Rhea are going to have their problems, so some of theirs going to split. Hopefully Rhea wins the title back at SummerSlam or just close to it because she's a great champ. I think she should hold the title. I think she should get more matches in compared to what she did last time. I think that'll suit her well. Rhea Ripley's going to be really good coming back to the title picture and win and have a very good title reign. Cody, I don't think it was that bad for him to eat that pin, especially all it took. They did many finishers on him. Jacob Fatu had to beat him up, and then Solo did the Samoan spike. Sorry, my apologies. The spike. So he didn't lose by just getting hit by one. So I think Cody, he goes to SummerSlam. Solo's not winning the title. Solo is not championship material to me right now or possibly ever for the matter of time. But with Solo, he's going to go against Roman soon. And personally, I think Roman beats him. Solo, I don't see as in the picture he is right now being a main guy. He doesn't do bad. He's got that heel heat, but I liked him more when he was in NXT as that just, he'll beat you up. Like, he doesn't talk. He'll just beat you up. The Tribal Chief role, I just don't think fits him. He looks like The Weeknd in his suits. I think he's probably the least to second least intriguing member of the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu's. It goes Jacob Fatu right now. Jacob Fatu, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, and then Solo. I'll switch Solo and Tama Tonga just because what's happening. Tama Tonga is now just like this. He just got beat up the whole match. I think soon. I think Roman comes back at SummerSlam, beats up Solo. You're just gonna hear after Cody beats Solo. You're gonna hear, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman." You're gonna see that, and then Roman Reigns, just the music hits. He comes out, says to Solo, "Oh, you're more man than me? You think you could beat him? You think I couldn't?" He takes back over. But then, you see, after that, maybe a show later, maybe maybe at the end of SummerSlam, all the other Bloodline member comes out. They might be already out because of Cody. They start to wail on Roman. Then Jace, maybe Jimmy's song hits. Jimmy goes out to try to save Roman. Doesn't work, they get beat up. And then they try to get Jay to come back to help him. Jay's not going to give in that easily off of what happened in the Bloodline. So he's like, "No, I don't. You guys are my family, but I don't want to help you. I don't want to work with you. I love you guys, but I don't want to help at all." And he just doesn't give in. Eventually, it gets too much for him to bear to not help. One time, Roman, Jimmy are out there. This could be not what happens, but this is what could happen, which I would like. Jimmy's out there to help him. Roman's there. They're outnumbered. Then you hear Jey Uso's song hit. They go out there, they fight him off a little bit, and then they just get beat up again. Because I'm pretty sure there's one more Samoan coming to WWE. I forgot his name, but I'm pretty sure he might be coming soon. And he can be on Roman's side, so it's an equal 4-on-4 war games between those two. Good match. Love that. Usos, Roman, Solo, they all were on the same team with Sami Zayn. You put them in one together, it's going to be amazing. So, I think that's the way you can set up that storyline. Roman should win over Solo. The Usos should win over most of the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu might be able to squeeze in wins there because he's just a freaking animal. But Solo shouldn't beat Roman, in my opinion. I don't think Solo is head guy for a few reasons. I just don't like his character right now. I don't think he portrays the best. I think he just needs to be one of those characters that goes out there, doesn't talk too much, and just shuts people up by beating them up. So, I don't think Cody taking the pin there was too bad as people think. Also, I don't think Sami Zayn should be getting the hate he has been getting as like Sammy Hogan or something like that. That's stupid. It was okay for him to beat Braun Breaker because Sami Zayn just beat the best Intercontinental Champion / championship run of all time. If he beat the best one of all time, you think he has some credibility to beat someone like Braun Breaker. Okay, so I think, and like people say, "Oh, Braun beat Gunther, he beat him back in NXT." That's when he was in NXT and he wasn't that champion we know him as. That was before. You place him now. Back then, you're like, "Oh, Gunther, he was a UK champ. He had a historical run there." You don't think much of it. Now, Gunther's the best champion of all time, Intercontinental champion of all time, best title run ever. It carries a little more weight now. So, I think it was okay him losing that. I think that Sammy shouldn't be getting the hate he is. Sammy Hogan is stupid. He's not Hulk Hogan, not putting people over level at all. So, he needs less hate there. Women's, Tiffany Stratton as women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner is amazing. I think she cashed in on SummerSlam too. She messes with Bayley for a while. She talks to Nia. She gets a Nia. She's like, "Oh, I promise I won't cash in on you." Bayley, Nia have hopefully a good match at SummerSlam. Nia maybe wins. Bayley retains off something. And then you hear Tiffany Stratton music hit. She comes out there with her jeweled up briefcase. However, she's making it customized because she said she was changing it, which I love customized briefcases. I think Damian Priest's one was a little shaky because you just added Senor and then just made it purple, which, I mean, fits his character. But I love when they make it their own type of thing. Seth Rollins didn't have that, but his was cool because you could literally just see everything that happened. It was banged up. It had like bumps in it. It had indents. It had scrapes and stuff. So it just showed the story more, which was really cool. If you've seen that video, but I think Tiffany will be a great pick for Money in the Bank. They can be great storylines. Tiffany Stratton, in my opinion, is probably the next big women's wrestler. She's already proved she can be amazing in NXT. She's already been in some really high-key matches in WWE. She's done amazing in those. She did amazing in the ladder match. So, Tiffany is like the next big women's wrestler in WWE too. She's that next wave of women's wrestlers. So, she's amazing for that pick. I think Drew McIntyre wasn't the best pick, but I see where it's going there. But this has been JB Sports, Wrestling Wednesdays, all about wrestling. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day and have a good week.